Welcome back to the Hot Healed Girl podcast.
We're talking about our Saturn returns. So now you know our ages. I'm about to be 28. Emily is 28.
We're
So
very confused,
yeah.
to
So
put it.
but I thought it was supposed to be 28 to 30. I thought that this is what I was told, or maybe 31. Whatever. This is what I was told about Saturn returns, that they're like super, super challenging. It's supposed to be when you turn 28. Apparently there's a calculator online. So I think the when you turn 28 is just like a general rule of thumb, like I'm sure that there's actually more science and math to it than that, which we're finding out, and we're not trusting any of these calculators. So I'm just going to assume 28.
Yeah, see, what I heard was, I think like around February or March of this year, anybody born 94 to 96 was going to be in your Saturn return for the next 3 years. That's what I heard.
Shit.
So I don't know. Does anybody know the
If
specifics
you,
on
yeah,
Saturn
are you an
return? Please let
astrology
us
person? Do you
know.
want to? Well, okay. So what we were reading is that, like, so Saturn as the planet is a demanding teacher who presents you with obstacles and challenges so you can gain strength and wisdom. Saturn's position in your astrology birth chart reveals your major life lessons as well as the fears you have to overcome to achieve success. Like I said, I'm not convinced my whole entire adult life hasn't been Saturn being a bitch then. Like, you can't convince me. These were all
Mhm.
just fun little obstacles that we wanted to throw at me. Like, that's cute.
See, that's where I have like mixed feelings about astrology because I feel
Yeah.
like you can relate a little bit of everything to everything.
I mean, 100%. That's literally astrology. Like, it just can all be. I also think that's where, like, we have to get into the nitty gritties of astrology versus just like the general stuff, because when people are just talking about their sun signs, like, that's not all there is to it. There's sun, there's moon, there's where all the planets were when you were born, there's a rising, right? Like, they all mean different things.
Hmm.
They all play into different parts of your personality. But I don't know. I always take astrology with a grain of salt. Like, I think it's interesting. I definitely think it is, to like try and learn about things and people, right? When also it's super interesting to learn about partners.
Hmm.
And that I 100% take with a grain of salt, because everything I've ever read says that me and Dan are super not supposed to be compatible. But then, like, literally the one thing was like, because it had both of our birth times, it took the whole chart into account, and it was like, if you guys meet at, and it named the ages we met, like, in life, like, you will, and if you're in like a super transitionary, there could be like the stars could align and you could be like really good together. And I'm like, huh, okay, cute. But
So
like,
the
if
stars literally aligned for you guys.
exactly, but like, also,
Oh.
if you just put like Leo, Capricorn, like, we're just not supposed to be super compatible, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
But that's not all there is to it. Like, it's not just our sun signs.
Yeah, I'm also married to a Leo, and we are also not supposed to be compatible because we're both fiery signs.
Yeah, I was with my first boyfriend was a fire sign, but the thing is, you're supposed to be a little bit compatible, but like also butt heads all the time. That's what the two fire signs, like, they all, every single thing I've ever read is like, sex is great, but you butt heads all the time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Just telling you, from
Mhm.
someone who was a Leo with an Aries. Um, that's what all they ever said, and they were wrong, because I'm not gonna get into, but they were wrong about all of it. Um, and then I was supposed to be super compatible with my second long-term boyfriend, and like, it wasn't all there was to it, because we weren't that compatible at all. Like, yeah, we dated for
Yeah,
like 3 years, but
yeah, I don't think
it's not. Yeah, I also think you have to look at the whole chart, because I think when like you compare the people in the whole entire chart, it tells a lot more. Because when I looked at our whole charts, like, it said Dan and I were way more compatible than all the other things that just putting a Capricorn and a Leo together.
mhm.
I mean, I also don't give a shit. I like him, so cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I just did what I
Another
feel like
calculator.
is a, yeah, this one's like looks more legit.
Did you have to put your
So
email in? That's how you know when they're
no,
legit.
no, I didn't have to put my email in, but it made me put in like date, time, where I was born, and then current city.
Mhm.
So yeah, so my first Saturn return says started on May of this year. And
We've gotten that consensus. Yours started in May.
mhm.
All three have
And
said that.
goes from age 27 to 30, which I mean, not technically 27 because
Yeah, it was like
I was already 20, but it like shows my age as 28. But
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, so May 15th, age 28. And then it also shows July 21st, 2023, which was like a few days ago.
For me?
No, for me.
Oh,
And
okay.
then like age 29, January 30th of 2024.
Is when it's ending?
I don't know. I guess.
I'm
I'm confused.
just a little bit. Whatever. Just generally, it's supposed to be start 28 and it's supposed to go 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like a big rebirth of your life, pretty much. Like,
Yeah. So when I'm 58, I'll have another one.
I told you,
And
when
then
I'm 88, I'm
80,
supposed to have my
yeah,
third one.
87,
It
I
said
will
in
have my
2084. I said, I don't even, where the
third
fuck
one.
am I going to be in 2084?
Mine's
No.
2082. So I'll let you know.
Yeah, right.
When I'm 87.
Not concerned.
Courtney and I will be living in the same old people center.
I'm not going to a nursing home.
No, I meant like one of those little communities.
Oh,
We'll be down in Florida, just living in one of those little old people communities.
Yeah, my grandma's best friend just moved out of hers, so I understand. Yeah, we used to always take her golf cart everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was exactly what you'd expect in
Yep.
Florida. Literally exactly what you'd expect. Yeah, so Emily, how's your Saturn return kicking your ass?
It's doing a great job. Great job. I think that's hilarious that it shows like everything across the board consistently for me has been in May. And yeah,
Yours has, yeah,
this summer
consistently.
has definitely been one for the books, just mentally. So yeah, I guess it's working.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone I've ever talked to, like when they talk about when they're whatever, like third in their 30s, they're like, yeah, when I turned 28 was when like all these things happened. The one person was like, quit my job, move with my grandparents, changed my whole career, yada yada yada, all these things. And I'm like, I literally have done almost all of those things before the age of 28. So I'm not sure if I should be scared or if I should just be convinced that nothing's going to happen. Like, they're like,
yeah,
my health went down. I'm like,
we still don't know when yours is starting.
no one knows. It's fine. I'm just going to pretend it's not happening.
All right. Courtney already had hers. She
I
like
already,
just rebirthed several times.
excuse me. I actually have.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, no, that's why I like, I don't know. When I was reading through all the things, it's like this could happen, this could happen. I'm like, we did that, we did that. Like, don't tell me we need to like relive all these things. I thought like we moved through them, but we'll see. Well, I'm just going to live my life and hope that it all goes swimmingly.
I think it's interesting that your second one is around like age 58. Maybe that's when everyone has their midlife crisis.
Good point.
Because I feel like I'm having a late 20s crisis right now.
Do you want to tell people about that or no? It's okay.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've talked about it a little bit before, but just like literally feeling like I do want to change career paths, but then also like I like what I'm doing, but it just doesn't feel like it's working and blah 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 blah.
You want to do some live coaching? Do you want me to pose you with some questions?
I don't know. I'm scared.
You know, everything's just to challenge you.
I know, but
That's
sometimes
all.
it feels like the challenges never end. It's definitely been a lot of mental work for me this summer. Just like trying to stay very positive, which gets hard for me sometimes, I think. I don't know.
I totally get that. I mean, Yeah, it's exhausting if you're just trying to constantly convince yourself that like we can do right. You're trying to pep talk yourself all the time. That gets
Yeah.
tiring.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy.
Yeah. Like when you're trying to make all these changes, but you can relate this like to health, like kind of what we were talking about in the last episode. Like you're trying to make all these changes, but you're not seeing them. And so like trying to be positive about it constantly is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel like is easy for you in your business? What feels easy? Like it's not even work.
Honestly, just the helping people part. Like I love that part.
Like being on calls and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like creating to me a lot of times feels like work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It goes through these phases. But like when I'm actually on like calls with people or like creating protocols with people and all that stuff, that is fun for me.
And it feels good and it feels gratifying and it feels like
Mm-hmm.
this is what I could do forever.
Yeah.
So do you want to shift away from like what like because you said you're thinking about shifting. Do you want to shift away from that? It's totally
I
okay
think
if
I was
something
shifting away from, or I was thinking about shifting, and now I don't know. Because yeah, I mean, we talked about this like at the beginning of summer. Like I was like, I don't know if I want to do one-on-one clients anymore at all. But now I'm like, okay, I actually do like doing that. I just need, the right clients, the right energy to be there.
Mhm.
So
Do you feel like you're aligning yourself to who they want you to be? Or do you feel like that's where you're struggling?
I was struggling there, but I think
You're
we've
getting there.
shifted. Yeah, we've shifted.
So for those of you, we always talk about like whoever in the biz course and just like in health, like whoever your ideal client is, like they are looking for you and you are looking for them. Like it's the truth, their energy, they want someone that is like you because you understand them, you talk the way they talk, so on and so forth, and vice versa, right? Like we want someone who understands us. We want someone who listens to us. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that client that's constantly questioning every single thing you're doing, it's not fun. It's what gets tiring. It's what like drains us. So it's very much vice versa. So that's why I was asking that because, like you guys are looking for us to show up in a way and what you want to look like, right? In a year and 2 years, whatever. Maybe you don't want to be a practitioner. That's not what I mean. It's just like that healed person, that happy person, that fulfilled, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you're not even consciously looking for it, but like your subconscious is because that's proving to your subconscious that like this is possible for me. Right? Mirror neurons. I love mirror neurons because when we talk about neural reprogramming, brain retraining, whatever that is, right? We can rewire our brain waves. Mirror neurons, surrounding yourself with people doing what you want to do, literally creates neurons, creates brain waves that is the same as if you were to do it yourself. So that's why they say like hang out with 5 negative people, you'll be negative too. Hang out with 5 poor people, guess where you end up too, right? Like I'm not trying to be negative about it, but it's the same thing for healing. It's the same thing for making money, all of that stuff. Like your neurons and your brain waves literally resonate with that actually being possible for you because it's seeing it over and over and over again. You don't have to do anything about that. Mirror neurons just happen on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to align yourself with people that are doing what you want, that are living the life you want, maybe in a little bit of a different way, sure, but like similar. And so that's also why I think the group program that you're building is going to be so powerful because it's going to be all these people. It's also going to hold them accountable, of course, but like it's going to be all these people trying to do the same exact thing. When one person gets a win, then it's going to be a freaking effect. What effect is it? I don't know. Snowball.
Yeah,
That's what
the
it is.
word
The snowball effect. I don't know. I lost it. The snowball effect, right? Like that's what happens because their neurons are like, oh my God, that's possible for me. So on and so forth. They're surrounded by people doing the things they want to do, healing the way they want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, that's not saying that 100% everyone is always going to heal when they're in that sort of container, but like that's why there's like a group think going on because everyone's so excited for each other and they're like, oh my God, that's me next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's why I get really excited about creating group courses is because yes, I love the one-on-one, but it's just me and one other person like
Yeah.
celebrating. But when you have the group, it's like it basically becomes like a group of best friends.
Yeah.
Which I love that.
Yeah, I created the group courses because I love educating more than I just like my one-on-ones. I do love my one-on-ones. It's just not the same. But that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, I want these people to all be able to influence their reality by being together.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, I don't have any people healing in my daily life, which so many people don't, they're like, they all eat junk, or like my husband's kind of supportive, but he doesn't really get it, and so on and so forth, or whatever, with your business, with your health, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why sometimes there can be that resistance to creating the reality they want, because it's not just the support, but it's also that you sometimes don't even see how it could be possible with these obstacles in your way. And that's why I think group courses are so, so powerful, because it's all these people aiming for the same exact thing you are.
Mm-hmm.
And the energy of that, right? The energy of the healed, we're not going, it's not going to be like those Facebook groups where everyone's like, oh, I feel like shit. How do I get better? Those are, oh no, those Facebook groups. I'm glad I am not in any of them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to give a plug for your business course because we're almost done, but I was in her business course and I find myself like, if I get like discouraged or whatever, I would find myself looking forward to the Q&A call or whatever, like just for that little boost. And it always helps.
Yeah, because you're like, oh shit. Like it gets you. That's why I'm in a mastermind too, because things in my business when I'm like, I need a little something, right? Like you get in those containers with those people and you're like, yes, this is it. It motivates you, it gets you excited. And that's the same thing with like, if you find yourself needing extra accountability in your healing journey, like extra, you can absolutely work with someone one-on-one, but sometimes being in those groups are crazy powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. I appreciate that plug. I love that. We're running a new round of that in September because no, mid-August. Sorry, I forgot. I'm like, no, it's July, mid-August. I just need like a hot second to like get it revamped. We're so excited.
Yeah, it's great. You guys will love it.
I know. It's just because everyone's there like sharing wins, getting excited, and also like it's a good place to have other practitioners to bounce ideas off of, building your business, that sort of thing. And I know that some people are already collaborating. Like we had a breath work by one of the people in there. That was so fun. I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good. It's just good to network, meet each other, motivate each other, hype each other up. But like you said, like if you're ever down, like, those calls are every single week. You know that we ain't fucking around. We'll strategize. We'll get together. We will make a fucking plan for you. We'll help you.
Yeah. And it's the same with like health courses and stuff. And that's my goal with the hormone course too, is like we'll get on a call and one person, like might be doing the same things, but doing it a little differently and be like, hey, I'm doing this. And then, the other person can be like, oh, that might work for me. And just connect over that.
My mentality over group courses is the group is never an accident. Like the group of people that is in there is never an accident. They are always meant to be there together because you always have something in common. You always benefit from each other.
Yeah.
It's just never it's never an accident. The retreat I went to in March, we're all like going through very similar things in our business now. Well, not all of us, like 3 or 4 of us. And we talk all the time about it. We're like, oh my God, this again and that again. And it's just funny because I'm like, it was not an accident. Like those people are my friends now. And we just picked up and went across the country and didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
These things are. So like, if you feel called to enter any of these group courses, truly, it's worth every penny. It always is. Every group course I've ever done is worth every penny, even if there have been ones where I don't think I actually learned anything, but just being in the energy of people trying to like lift you up, helping you shift and change was truly worth every penny. They always are.
Yep.
And like, especially when you get lifetime access to this stuff, because let's be honest, in health and business, like things are going to ebb and flow and you're going to need different pieces at different times. So knowing that you can always go back to that, huge.
Yeah. And you
knowing
don't,
that you can,
you don't have that as much with the one-on-one, I feel like. I mean, you still like you get all of our notes and everything that we like protocols and everything, but just as far as like information, you always have that with a group course. Like you just log in and
Yeah.
go through and find
Yes,
it.
I think it always depends on like what type of person you are, because some people like love the ignorance is bliss, don't even want the information, and like love that for you, because those people that feel ignorance is bliss heal very well. But then there are people that are like, I want to understand it. And those
Mm-hmm.
people benefit so greatly from like understanding their body, understanding the protocol, understanding why we're doing what we're doing, understanding seed cycling, understanding the phases of your cycle and how to exercise and yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm putting both into there for like both types
Yeah.
of people. So it's going to be like information, but then it's also going to be just like an outline if they just want, like the steps.
Yeah. I think that people underestimate how beneficial it can be to be in a group course, because I've had a couple clients who were like, I don't feel like I have anyone in my life who gets it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they feel the safe space with me, right? They're like, you get it. And I can talk to you about all this stuff. And I'm like, I love that too. But like, sometimes I wish I had courses earlier on, just because they could have made those friends, those support, those people that are going through very similar things who understand them. Like I
Mm-hmm.
understand them, but like I'm just one person. How powerful is it to have more people?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's lacking a lot too. And I mean, I know like just me personally, like I know a lot of people, but just finding that community of like people that are exactly the same is really hard. And so even if it's an online connection, if you still have like more than one person that you can, like chat back and forth with about things.
I feel like community lacks so much in this day and age. And I think it's because everything's so virtual, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same point, it's great because we can gain virtual community, which, yeah, I don't, maybe someone will be near you, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But gaining virtual community is way better than no community.
Yeah.
I just feel like so many people are missing that in their daily lives. They're like, okay, I'm shifting, I'm changing, I'm different, but like, where do I find these people? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know I've struggled with that, right? Like, I've lived within like a 10-mile radius for the past like 6 years, and I still don't have a community here.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
mean,
done,
I've
yeah,
I've lived here my whole life, essentially, within like 30 minutes, a 30-minute radius
yeah,
probably. And I still really don't feel like I have a true community.
yeah. It's sometimes it can be challenging to find in person. And sometimes you're like, I don't know if these people exist around me. I know I've gone to all the events, I've tried all the things. I've literally done everything under the sun to find the crunchy people around here that are my age. And I'm not sure that many. I started looking when I was 22, so that was probably part of it, because at 22 there weren't that many of me.
Mm,
So now there's more. But it like take advantage of the internet. Literally. I get it. Sometimes it's not great. We don't want to be on our phones all day. True. Take advantage of the internet for community at the very least.
mm-hmm. Start a podcast with your friend, then you can chat every week.
I would say, or even like, because I found people maybe not near me. My one friend, she lives near where my parents live in Florida. The other one, her parents live where my parents live. So like maybe they're not near me now, but like it's still someone to meet up with that I've met in person a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
Options, baby.
Anyway, we started with Saturn return and ended here. So,
It always goes where it needs to go.
yeah, it's if you've been around for a while, this is just kind of how we work.
It goes where it needs to go. We think it's going to start, we think it's going to go one way, and then the universe shifts us in a different way. Sorry, not sorry. I always say that.
You guys love us, it's
Story of my
fine.
life. Story of my life. Okay, so tell people about the hormone course that we were just talking about.
It will be launching probably around the third week of August. I still haven't quite finalized the date, but it's going to be either the third week or the last week of August. I will be opening up signups probably in like the next week and a half ish. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. It's going to be really fun. We're going to cover all the things. So like estrogen dominance, PCOS. I'm gonna dive hardcore into cycle syncing because you guys know I love cycle syncing so much. So like workouts, food, all phases of your cycle.
Do you want me to teach a yoga class for it? This is not a joke. Like a recording?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I have a lot of times I just send people to like free yoga apps or whatever if they don't want to.
Yeah, we'll just do like one, but like
Yeah.
one just for everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, I really want to build like a workout plan. So I might work with someone to do like a workout plan like for the cycle phases. I also want to do like a cycle singing boot camp. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that there. We still haven't decided, but I'm gonna do like blood sugar balancing, all the things. So by the end, you guys will have all the tools to stop worrying about your period, have a pain-free period. Don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to lay in bed and cry or throw up or stay high on ibuprofen. I've had so many people tell me, they're like, I just have to stay high on pain meds. I'm like, no, you don't.
Like, that's not it.
Like, I've been there, but it absolutely sucks. But you can have a painless period. It's possible. But anyway, yeah, super excited for that. We'll leave the links down below if you guys want to sign up when that is out. Actually, signups will probably be like right about live when this comes out. So
love that.
And then you can find me on Instagram at Emily Joy Wellness if you want to find out more.
Yeah, because you're gonna have highlights. You're gonna have lots of things.
What about you? Where can people find your courses?
Okay, so you guys know I have a lot of course offerings right now. That's just because I just rebranded, relaunched literally all of them because they all serve a different purpose. They all serve a different person. Drainage course, it's an 8-week course for practitioners, for people that just want it for themselves, their friends, their family, knowing how drainage pathways are impacted, knowing what they do, knowing how they're emotionally blocked too, and then what you can do about it. And then like at the end, blood labs that could indicate drainage, a huge stress reduction module, because let's be real, stress has a lot to do with all of it. It's just an 8-week course. Love that. Then we got 12-week Total Gut Reset. It is literally group-led, individualized parasite cleansing course. We go drainage, parasites. We are also touching all of that brain retraining, all of that neural programming, because let's be real, if you got gut issues, I'm sure there's some subconscious beliefs behind it. So we're going to rewire, unpack that. You plugged Expansion Biz Academy, which is going to, like a week or two after this, be running our next launch, which is just for practitioners that are trying to build their aligned business in a way to avoid burnout. Like, build a business aligned, draw on your exact ideal client. I want you to actually enjoy your business and not have the burnout to the point where you have to shut down your business. Cool. And then my group healing course, individualized protocols, neural reprogramming, education, the community that everyone needs when they're healing. By then it will be live, because right now it's not, but I am actually the most excited about it. So many people want that one-on-one individualized stuff, but they're like, but I need people. Like we were talking about, you need the people, you need a community. Yeah, you do. Yeah. We're getting those mirror neurons in effect. They're healing, you're healing, we're all healing.
Yeah.
Cool. I know that was a lot, but like, also you can follow me at the Rooted in Health. Anything, all of those courses have their own highlight. You can always shoot me a DM, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. I'm a chatty Cathy.
That Leo energy.
You know, I've never resonated with being a Leo almost my entire life. I still don't.
That's like the one thing I see as far as Leo coming from you. It's just the chattiness. Yeah. The ability to just talk about whatever to whomever.
I told you, the universe just tells me what needs to come in. It told us. That's how it went. We were talking about our fucking Saturn returns, and then surprise, here we are.
Yep. Anyway,
okay.
If you guys enjoyed our ramblings again, please leave a rating, a review. We love all the support, and it really just helps us boost in the algorithm and helps everyone else find us.
Yeah. The best way to support us literally doesn't cost you a dime. It is just the rating, the review, the sharing, the tagging, all of that good stuff.
Just telling a friend. Love you guys. Bye.